What makes you happy? What makes me happy?
Emotional, damn it!
What up, gents? Welcome to the Simsational Gent. I am your host, Sean C. And on this channel, we talk a lot about modern women because we see the destructive behavior that these modern women portray. But what about the women social media influencers that these women follow? How are these influencers affecting modern women with their so-called influencer advice? Now today we're going to look at one social media influencer. We're going to look at her clips that I believe is an example of why these women social media influencers are very destructive to women, and they're perpetuating the cycle of creating modern women. They are leading women astray and down the wrong path. Do me a favor, hit that like button so other people can find this content and be a part of the conversation. And with that being said, let's get started.
Y'all need to stop calling these men that are not high value men daddy. Let's stop that right now. Like, let's cut it out. He don't do nothing for you but stress you out. He don't even pay for your nails. He don't help you with your business. He don't hold it down when it comes to the household. He don't even got a job. Don't pay the rent. Don't do nothing. But y'all out here calling him daddy. Let's stop that. Yeah. Let's reserve the word daddy for high value men. Thank you.
Now this young lady starts off by saying that high value men are the only ones who get the privilege of being called daddy. We can see that this is another example of a woman who is bought in to the high value man debacle that women have to be with men of a certain caliber and type. Second, she goes into what she believes that women should expect men to do for them. Everything that these women say have to deal with material possessions. Getting her nails done, buying her things, supporting and paying for her business, paying her rent, etc. Now, a real man doesn't mind doing some of these things for his woman if he loves and cares for her. However, he's not going to do these things as a starting expectation, at least not if he isn't a simp. I've said it many times on this channel that modern women today have high, unrealistic expectations. No matter how much you do for them, they are not satisfied. A man who does these things is not getting a high return on his investment when he gets with these type of women. You as a man get the privilege of being with this type of woman as your reward. Now, what do you think about that? In the end, you don't get a woman that's kind. You don't get a loving woman. You don't get a woman that's caring, feminine, agreeable, and that has sensible values. You get none of it. So men, please stop tricking off your time, your money, and your peace to women that don't have the same thing in mind for you. Next, some of the qualities that this woman speak of is what you would expect from a Pookie or a Ray Ray. These aren't real men. Women complain about these dudes, yet they still find themselves getting with them. If a woman finds herself in a bad relationship after bad relationship, and even some of you guys are finding yourself in bad relationship after bad relationship, then the problem may not be them, it may be you. But stick around, because I'm going to talk about later what to do if you find yourself in these situations repeatedly. You won't want to miss it. Last, this type of advice is the problem with social media influencers. They think they're showing women a better way, but what they're doing is showing young women a life that is entrenched in the same misery that they think they're escaping. As much as women complain about not finding good men, it's advice like this that has women searching for men that don't exist. There are only so many so-called high-value men to go around for all the women that are searching for them. 80% of women are looking for 20% of dudes. The math doesn't work. And yet and still, even the 80% feel like they deserve a specific type of man, which leaves out a lot of good men that they won't even look at. Women will go their life listening to so-called media influencers like the one you just heard today and wonder why they end up old and dying alone.
Beauties, 2022 is all about you. It's time for you to take the time to get to know you and take care of yourself. It's time for you to try new foods when you go out of town. It's time for you to rest when your body says rest. It's time for you to take some time and get to know yourself and honestly have fun.
Another dangerous part about the advice that these so-called social media influencers are giving is that it is good advice mixed with bad advice. This particular woman tells women to get to know themselves. I would give that same advice to you men. However, you can't get to really know yourself if you're basing that on materialistic things. Too many people have gotten money, they've gotten power, they've gotten fame, even influence without truly knowing who they are. In the end, they end up seeing the worst side of themselves. There's an old saying, money doesn't change people, it unmasks them. These influencers will tell women to work on themselves while flaunting an extravagant life that many of these women will never see. And the worst part about it is modern women believe they deserve this type of lifestyle. Listen, I believe that women should work hard for what they want, just like I would tell a man to work hard for what he wants. However, anyone, man or woman, who bases their success off of what they have is destitute of knowing who they truly are.
What makes you happy? What makes me happy? The person I'm becoming.
What makes a person happy isn't what they possess. Too many modern women believe their success is based on what they have, who they can get, and how much better they are doing than the people around them. What this woman is becoming is what women should fear the most, a modern woman. This is not a badge of honor to men of value. Influencers aren't showing women a better life. They are showing them a life that will lead them to too much drinking, too much partying, needing constant validation, depression, and ultimately being alone. Gents, that's why if you keep finding yourself with this type of woman that continuously uses you, takes advantage of you, and ultimately destroys your faith in women, then you're going to want to stick around to the very end of this video and watch the video I link at the end. In the end, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do to work on yourself and to get yourself living your best life. I promise you that if you diligently follow what I say in the next video that I link at the end, it's going to change your life. Question of the day: do you think these women social media influencers are helping women or hurting them? And tell me why you think what you think. Let's get the conversation started down below. And as promised, watch this next video and see if the advice in this video doesn't change your life.